My name is Susan Biaggi, and I'm an employment advisor at WorkBC in Terrace. Today, March 8th, is International Women's Day, and we thought it would be appropriate if we outlined some of the changes that lie ahead for women as time goes on in the employment field. As the pandemic rages on, you've already noticed some of the changes that have taken place. For example, more and more women are working from home offices. However, pandemic or no pandemic, there are still employment trends that are likely to unfold in the future that you probably want to be aware of. One of these, for example, is artificial intelligence, known as AI. Now, I've experienced AI in my own life because I will often tell an artificial intelligence known as Alexa to turn my lights on or off, for example. Automation is likely to impact both men and women, but it will occur in different ways. For example, women currently make up about 85% of the clerical workforce. It's predicted that the clerical workforce will be negatively impacted by changes in automation, as will the service industry, which women also participate in to a great deal. They think that more than 50% of the clerical and service jobs will be negatively impacted. The good news is in healthcare, in which women have a very high participation rate, there's expected to be growth. So it will be upcoming workforce transitions could be positive or negative, depending on your response and depending on your occupation. What we advise today is that you start preparing for these transitions, which are probably inevitable, as far as anything could be inevitable. And one way to prepare is to retrain. Let's say, for example, you're in a low-skill, low-wage job. You might want to take this time, this downtime, if you like, to prepare and train for a higher wage, higher skill job. Now, we can go to our WorkBC website as a good starting point to let you know about what the resources are. And I'm going to share that with you just right now. I'm going to bring it up. It always takes a moment or two. And here we go. You should be able to see this on my screen. I'm going to go back. The first page that I bring you to is the workbc.ca/resources-4/women.aspx page. You can copy that right into the browser box at the top of your internet page. You can type that right in there, and it'll bring you to the following page. And this is the WorkBC page specifically targeting women. Now, you'll be able to see here that we have a number of resources if you just scroll down, which I will do now. For example, there are women in trades, women in science and technology, which is a field that women really might want to explore because of all the opportunities there, women in business, and so on. This blue text is hyperlinked, meaning you can click on it and it's going to take you to the relevant section. In this case, however, you can also simply scroll down on the page. I'm going to choose the women in trades sections just so you can get an idea of some of the resources out there. And again, if you just simply click on the blue text, you'll be able to see funding resources or information or how to choose a career in the trades, for example, what careers have the best opportunities, which ones are kind of on their way out. Once you've identified a new career in whatever sector, you're probably going to want to explore funding opportunities. Now, through the Employment Insurance Program, known as the EI program, there are funds targeted to help people retrain. And you may be eligible for these without even knowing it. During this time of COVID, they've expanded the eligibility for people. For example, if you have 120 hours of work experience, it used to be well over 400 or 500 up to 700 hours you require, depending on where you lived in the country. But now during COVID, it's only 120 hours, which really expands eligibility for people. And as you see from this page, there are also other categories which may make you suddenly eligible to apply for EI training through the EI program. This can be long-term training, which means it can be over a year, probably under 2 years. And there are various supports available for that. So I encourage you to ascertain whether you are eligible and then come to someone at WorkBC to help you with the application process. Now, not everybody may be eligible for training under the EI program, but some of you may be eligible under the Single Parent Employment Initiative through the province of BC, if you're a single parent and if you're on income assistance. Again, you can talk to a WorkBC employment advisor to find out whether you are indeed eligible. These are some of the components of the program. You can apply for up to 12 months of training, and there are other supports that come along with it. So that's a very exciting program for single parents on income assistance. There are also funded supports available for clients of WorkBC who are unemployed and who are experiencing financial hardship. These are usually shorter term courses. They could, for example, include first aid or flagging, which is also known as traffic attendant. For more information on these and other funding programs, I advise you to come talk to us at WorkBC in Terrace. You can, if you're unemployed, you can call and ask for an appointment with an employment advisor. Our number is 250-638-8108. And in the meantime, happy job hunting.